Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your timeless oracle messages. Now, before we get started, Spirit wants you to know that you are the keeper of tides. Your heart is being crowned with peace. Spirit embraces you with the knowing that you are safe, guided, and deeply loved. Now, let's dive into your oracle messages, and this is for Cancer in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, deeply loved Cancer, or should I say deeply loved keeper of the tides. Don't settle for less. See how much you're loved? Don't question it. You are worthy of the good things in life. Okay, now you might feel challenged or tested, or you just recently came out of it when it comes to settling for maybe something that now you realize it would be settling. So good for you, right? You are a child of the divine and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up. Let's get a little bit more about don't settle for less. Just keep honoring what you've already transformed, Cancer. Yeah, you've already hit a level of completion here. Don't settle for less. Meditation brings answers. This is all about peace. Remember what Spirit was saying here. Your heart is being crowned with peace. So this is the thing. How you know whether or not you are settling for something is if it rises some type of maybe old, familiar, emotional challenge or thinking, right? I mean, both go hand in hand. And what I mean by that is that you've already outgrown something here. And so Spirit wants you to know that you deserve peace. And so when something or someone from this point on, now, for how long, this holds, who knows? But at least right now and going into the future, for at least a while, you can count on some type of new opportunities popping up, including resources, new talents or gifts that might be opening up within you, ideas, connections. So, how this approaches you, it will bring you peace. It will not disturb what you've already worked so hard for. And what I mean by that is evolved for. You've had to go through your own challenges to reach a level in your soul's journey to get to this point where Spirit is lining you up with quality things, quality connections as well. Trust the space of timelessness too, Cancer. Don't get too hooked up into time. Right now, Spirit wants you to not feel that you're trapped in time or timelines or societal timelines. Trust. And this is the thing too, when you are in this place of knowing and trusting, you can really represent something that Spirit wants you to maybe show off a little bit more. Not in a way where it's egotistical, but in a way where you're just embracing, this part of you where you have really conquered something here. And Spirit wants you to be proud of that. And that may mean, for some of you Cancers, not all of you, that we may need to sit in our own space until better options and connections, acquaintances, opportunities arrive. And this will be a resource, a person, an opportunity you can absolutely trust. I get some air sign coming through and a sense of justice with this don't settle for less. And with that sense of justice, you're just staying in integrity here with what you already have conquered. You've outgrown. You've healed. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Now, it is important and essential to sit in some quietude, whether it's intentional meditation or just a place where you can just cultivate and be in peace. Because what you're doing is also cultivating timelessness to help one, not get too caught up in the time. We're just talking about time. Oh my God, in the near future. Oh my goodness, see, the door is like, okay, it's almost like the door has closed, okay? The new chapter, you're right at the beginning. But the door, let's say the door closed, but let's say with fate and karma and alignment and heaven like locks that door, you know, puts a latch on it and puts a safety lock and other locks on it so that that door doesn't open up again. If that's what you want. Again, it is your choice. But you have a spiritual mentor and guide and a protector, of course. And you also have that in the physical realm whenever you need it or want it. You can attract it. Now, there is something happening here with that beginning stage, or at least embracing something that maybe feels like, you know, long overdue perhaps, or maybe something surprisingly new. So let's get a little bit more about in the near future. Now, I am getting something about 6 weeks, 6 months here. So let's see. In the near future for Cancer. Okay, look at that, just easily. Okay. This is just more validation that someone new is going to enter your life. How you will know that this person is going to be someone that you can entertain in your life is that this person is going to not disrupt what you've already conquered. They come to add value to your life, not to disrupt your peace. Someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. And we have to go back to not settling for less. And it's not that you are choosing consciously to settle for less, but there may be something where we have to still work on trust. Trust with ourselves, trust with the unseen, trust that we've healed something, trust that we can trust someone again, or maybe for some, the first time. Now, if someone shows up that comes from the past, how you'll know that this is something maybe you want to entertain, because again, it's your choice, is that this person is not going to disrupt what you've already created and conquered. And they will appear, I mean, not physically, but perhaps they could change, but they will be a brand new person. And I would say it's someone that has gone through many seasons of their own journey. And then we have some type of return here. But that's not going to resonate for all of you. So we got to be in this place of being open-minded and hearted, okay? Keep that heart and that mind open, that you can trust someone, that this is someone that heaven is sending to you. And in fact, heaven has been protecting you, on guard for you, and also with this person. And so this person most likely have had a long time to just rely on themselves. Because somehow, some way, Spirit is, you know, making sure that others aren't going to disrupt some type of alignment. But that also means that we have to get aligned too by trusting that we deserve something so much better. And we deserve not to give up on those things that perhaps you're questioning. Don't. Let's see. What else? The unseen realm is shifting things in your favor. And the angels are whispering something in your ear. I mean, some of you, you might be really in tuned and aware that an angel is whispering in your ear. Some of you, open yourself up, meditate, take some time to get out of the world noises, because that's not where the angels reside. That's not where they can, you know, get your attention, although they can. But it's just easier when we're in a place of intention, creating that open line of communication, or at least getting into a place where, excuse me, you know, if some of you may have hard time believing in the heavenly beings, and believe in your higher self. So you're connecting to your higher self here. And things are shifting in your favor. So I'm wondering what they're whispering, because I want you to look at these cards here. Actually, this looks like Jesus right here. Healer of all ages. We've got this guardian. Just look at how close they are, okay? They're close to you. See how you could see. And doesn't this look like a keyhole? So it's like, you know, you're getting answers, literally. That's, you know, the answer to, the key to, well, how do I want to say that? You got the key to open up this. Or should I say, what we may think is locked, we can now open. But this is so good to know that the unseen realm is shifting things in your favor. So it's like, you know what? Bide your time for better results. You don't have to rush into making a decision right now. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Embrace this magical moment. Okay, so that might be a little bit hard at this time, because some of you, again, the word trust, and this came out in reverse, but anyhow, trust, right? We got to work on our faith muscles. We got to work on things to help solidify our trust. And you're doing that right now by being here, trusting. Are you noticing butterflies too? You know, it's these ordinary encounters, tiny ordinary encounters that have something to do with results being like magnified here, or some type of magnitude. Because look at that. There's some type of magical moment. And yes, you are entering a time period where you have finished and completed an old season. And you are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. But we may not be feeling so, for some, not all of you, just depends on where you're at on the healing process and the, you know, trusting in the mystery. But this experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on a path of growth. And, you know, it's just like when you are going through life, it has growing pains, just like physically when you are, you know, growing, right? From a baby to an adult, we have growing pains. It's not always fun, but Spirit is saying there is something magical too happening with your own divine purpose. And this person, this someone new that's coming, is lined up to be in harmonious vibration with your divine purpose. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be doing something with you. Now, it could, but they will support you. They're not going to, they will give you the time, the space, the support that you need instead of stunting it, blocking it, dimming it. What else? Let the truth unfold. Its purpose will become clear. This is why we're having that challenge. This is why that card came out challenging and in reverse, because it can be challenging to feel that life is magical, especially when it hasn't been like that. And you know what, Cancer? Sometimes it's like that. And in real life, in the real world, in the real pace, I'm not talking about technology. I'm just talking about the natural world. It does take time. It takes seasons, maybe even a few years. But let the truth, and I'm just saying that it just takes some time, right? I mean, you can go back and pick out stories right now from a long time ago and still feel a little sad or hurt by it, right? Or on the other spectrum, happy, positive, joyful, excited. Remember those times that you did give into mystery. Remember those times that you gave into, oh goodness, is my, no way, it just blocked. Okay, Cancer. Well, okay, I'm glad that I'm going to have to edit this, and I just letting you know I don't usually edit my videos unless I absolutely have to. Oh my gosh. But thank God I learned how to do it. Okay, so that was interesting because the everything, it froze, and I used the word block. So yes, we may be feeling a block, but watch out for something that may try to block the truth. Like it's almost like a shadow or a story or a person that could try to step in and like block the view of some type of truth, okay? And you deserve the truth. Okay, this just goes back to that energy that I was picking up with the excuse me, what was it? The Justice card. Justice card in tarot talks about truths, a revealing of truths. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of you Cancers may even get an apology here. Now you can do what you want with that apology. Again, you know, you can decide whether or not who and what you entertain. I know you know that, but if something just feels a little off, that's your guidance system that's telling you to just hang on. There's something better. Let the truth reveal itself. It's going to happen sooner or later, okay? Something's happening here in the near future, so either way, we're going to get some type of confirmation. Uniqueness is your soul's signature. Own it fully. Yeah, I really feel that this being here, whether you're male or female, may not really realize, you know, their own radiance from the things that you've had to process, the things that you've had to endure, the things you've overcome. And one of those things is just coming to a place of fully accepting parts of yourself that may have been, you know, hard to accept, or maybe you never could accept a long time ago. That's just part of you maturing into a place of allowing yourself to blossom. And it's important that you really allow yourself to be who you want to be without feeling overtaken by things, people, maybe even an old self here. But there may be something here about signing some you know, having a unique signature, right? Actually in writing. I mean, I get the star card here. So yeah, there may be a sense of feeling a little bit more influential, or for some of you, you could be on the rise for developing yourself and having more influence and gaining attraction. So just take what resonates for you. I want to get a little bit more about let that truth unfold. You know, I kind of feel too that the reason why that video, it froze like that, there's a message with that, you know, it's like, don't let something put you in a place of feeling frozen, like almost paralyzed in a sense here. Yes, some of you, you felt that before. You've overcome, you know, and that's something that you have endured and overcome it, and Spirit wants you to know that you can do it again. Sacred comfort approaches. You're going to get exactly what makes you feel good in the heart and the mind. And yeah, maybe in your stomach, in your pocketbook. Now, when we're talking about comfort, it's wonderful to know that comfort is approaching, but this is sacred. So something sacred is definitely at work in your play. And it is a mystery. Because to produce and to create and to align to sacred things, it takes time. We're not mass producing for mass results. We're not chasing. We're not getting into a place of desperation. That's the other thing I was going to bring up too. You know, feeling paralyzed, maybe out of some type of tremendous challenge that, yes, at times it can make us feel desperate at times, you know. But that's something that I feel a lot of you have really strengthened within your own self, not to give into that. Or you're feeling the energy of the desperate ones of others here for your time, your energy, your love, your attention. But it's like you've already woke up to something that was just a little bit out of whack with that, especially now. Let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Light doesn't chase, it reveals. Yeah, you're their karma. See that? Remember I was talking about the door shutting, the gate shutting, and then the latch, and then like the lock. That's what Spirit's doing. It's like the door's shut, but there's still entrance. You know what I mean? So that's why I mean like people from the past or something from the past can still enter. But we got to give it some time, right? Like the natural laws, the natural cycles of the world, the universe, the earth. We got to let some things take some time here, but eventually the door shuts, and the door has or the gate, the door or the gate has a latch and a lock. Okay, and that's what Spirit's doing. Once we keep continuing to trust and believing, I would say not only light doesn't chase, but you're high quality. Let them go. Don't settle for less. See, this is so much like star energy, which star card is associated with Aquarius. That's also associated with destiny, alignment, a connection that is aligned with you. Relief is near. Look, relief is near. But have patience, right? 6 weeks, 6 months for some, maybe it's going to be a year or so, but there will be increments. There will be things that will show up on your path at the right time. Notice them to increase it. That's also the secret. You got to notice what the unseen is doing. And you do have all control. I know right now something's hard. I know. Something is not happening quick enough. It's like you're rich. You know what? It's almost like you're at this place where you want to, you are celebrating, but it's a little sad because you feel alone in the celebration. And yes, there may be a challenge or a few in your life right now where you feel like you've hit rock bottom, or you just can't take it anymore, right? But what you rose from is some type of breakdown, and it will become your breakthrough. This is bringing you clarity. When we have clarity, we have control. We get into the driver's seat of our own life, Cancer. And the fact that I say that, I kind of see you being in your own position of the Chariot in tarot, because we're not working with tarot cards, but the Chariot represents your zodiac sign. And this is just amplifying that you are going to overcome anything or anyone that tries to impede your progress for some type of important attainment, some type of important sacred attainment, or attainments, I should say. Let's continue. We have air sign coming through. Heaven's hands are holding you. Spirit is wanting you to realize that you are in a place of being maybe a little sensitive or fragile, and that's okay. Heaven is protecting you. Now let's get a little bit more about heaven's hands are holding you. And this might be another reason why you find yourself not lining up with situations or people that maybe you once felt lined up to. Heaven's hands is the barrier because heaven wants to give you exactly what you deserve, not what you don't deserve. You don't deserve to settle for less. If someone chose a path where they chose to settle for less, they're going to have to sit with that. That's the karma that you may have had to reveal. And Spirit knows that's also not easy either on your spirit at times, but you're doing the right thing. Watch the better thing, the better person, the better option, the better resources arrive because you have been patient, you have been diligent, and keeping some things to yourself. Patience and silence are your allies now. Watch what comes here. Watch what's emerging from the unseen, how the unseen is favoring you. Look at how heaven's hands are holding you. That's literally like a shield. Okay, we already know angels are there. Now you've got this spirit dog on guard, protecting your energy. Not everyone. And that's the other thing. Not all of you Cancers may realize this, but not everyone deserves to be in your space right now. That's just the truth. That's not coming from an egotistical place. That's coming from a place of you respect your own sovereignty, your own independence, your own peace, and your own transformation. And you deserve what's unraveling within your own sacred scroll that you've already activated. This is what that key is. It's like unlocking, oh my gosh, the treasure. And in that treasure is a map for other treasures hidden within you, hidden in this new timeline that you're nearing. Remember, the door is shut, but there's still access to it, right? We have to allow time to allow the latch to come on, and then heaven seals it with a lock. Because once you've confirmed and made up your mind that you're truly in this space of deserving a new situation from your position in life now, this is where we become aligned with these things that really give us satisfaction. Not a half-ass kind of thing, where I feel that you felt that with someone. Okay, let's see what else. Also, Pisces energy is coming through. Your spirit is speaking to you through dreams. You probably are healing and processing karmic connections through dreams. Okay. Now, if you're one that maybe you're kind of sick of having dreams of people, certain people, you can ask the guards, spirit, to protect your dream world and not allow people, other souls, to have access, because sometimes if they don't have access to you in real life, they will try backdoor access, like your dream state, because they're most likely obsessed with you, or they will be. They're obsessed with you because you're in a sacred process of self-actualization. Like the light is just shining brilliantly on you, where you are radiating some type of new brilliance within yourself here. Something is becoming far more developed within you, maybe more than you realize. Here's the rise. Here's the rise from feeling like you got, maybe for some, stabbed in the back, hurt, betrayed. Maybe not necessarily for all of you by a person. It could be for some of you, you know, maybe a business or a community or something online for some of you. Anyhow, let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Speak, the universe hears. Okay, you're speaking things into existence right now. So we may need to get a little bit of quiet time, because when you speak, I want you to think of this, Cancer. Spirit wants you to know how powerful your tongue is right now. Your tongue is the sword. Your tongue is literally writing your destiny out. Remember, I told you, you've accessed your scroll, your destined scroll here. And you can write it right now. This is you getting into the driver's seat of your own life. Spirit is trusting you with that sword to write, to speak things into existence. Some of you too, Cancers, hear me out. If you've got a platform or you're someone, maybe it's not professional, maybe it's personal or both, there's things that Spirit says that you know and you should share it. When you feel the time is right, share it, speak things. And some of you, you might find yourself getting into a place with that sword of tongue where you are, you know, maybe somehow cutting to the truth of things and being assertive. You're being called beyond the usual to create anew. Okay, it's like Spirit is trying to grab your attention here to focus on something entirely new, because we still may be hung up on something here. There may be a sense of, okay, some of you, there may be something where you felt like someone was an ally, and now it's like bitter allies. But Spirit is trying to grab your attention here. Let's get a little bit more about your being called upon beyond the usual. This is where that don't settle for less comes into play. Okay, we're not doing anything ordinary. Okay, remember, you hold some type of unique signature. You were chosen to lead. Trust your power. See, Spirit wants you to feel fully engaged with who and what you are, what you've been producing, what you will be producing in life. Now, take this how it resonates for you. You know, you could be doing a lot or a little. I mean, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you're feeling about what you're doing, how much you're trusting your power. See how the word trust keeps showing up here? Yes, you may have trusted someone. You may have given your trust to someone. They may have ripped that to shreds. But think of it this way. They ripped that soul contract with you. Spirit says there is a other soul contract that you can trust, that you can give an opportunity. But we have to also remember that as we're engaging in life, each soul has their own free will. So, you know, people make mistakes, right? So let's not get too hung up on perfection, but let's not get too hung up on something from the past here, or something that may, you know, for some of you Cancers, it could be someone that's just trying to make you feel bad and guilty for just, you know, moving on. Well, you know, woe's me. Who cares? You don't have time for that. You really don't have time for that. The reason why you don't have time for that is, yeah, you're meant to be creating something here. It's like you were chosen to formulate something, to create something, or to put some type of action, you know, some type of energy into action. So if you do take some time, if you do take this time to cultivate a little silence, you might be surprised at what might be opening up within you, a talent, a gift, an idea, something creative. Archangel Gabriel joins me, who's Archangel Michael, to spark your creativity, help you communicate your vision, and motivate you to create something beautiful. Oh, that's so perfect. So I was just talking about you having that the tongue, the sword, right? Using it wisely. Speaking things into existence. And some of you Cancers might also be surprised. And the reason why I say some of you, because some of you already are doing this, but some of you might be surprised that you could get people to just kind of do things for you, okay? Because they're willing to do it. Especially when it's something where you're, you know, creating some type of inspirational energy here. So we do have fire sign and we have air sign. Let's see let's get a little clue about this creative energy. You're literally okay, yes, you've dissolved that old contract. So keep rising. Let's get more about this. You've cleared some type of ancestral karma, okay, generational healing. You've dissolved that old contract, a person, friends, family, all of this stuff. Now you're rising with this new fire. Now it's like the dragon is, you got that spirit dragon that's like holding that breath of fire. So it is being protected for the right time, the right energy, the right use. You just need to continue to keep rising. You're using this fire right now not to take action on situations or people that you may not have control over, but rather you're going to use that fire, that energy to build your confidence up because something is going to spark. You're just going to know exactly what to do. Now, some of you Cancers already have something to work with. Don't be afraid to implement it, to execute those ideas, to do it. And yes, I do feel that you might be attracting someone too into your life that may exude like an old soul, and also like maybe like a fire sign, or may have fire placements in their chart. Not necessarily, but they may exude someone that just has, you know, strong passion about something here. They definitely don't like to feel like they're sitting in one spot in life. I mean, that's okay, but they're always planning for something in the future. Okay, let's see what else. And Spirit is saying, keep your gaze up on the skyline, not down on the downgrades here, okay? Your tears have been enough. Peace is returning. Justice. Peace returns to your life. Situations start to harmonize once again. Things start to feel restored. Your energy starts to feel restored. Your faith starts to feel restored. So don't get discouraged for some of you Cancers out there, that if you're not positive and happy in, like, you know, 1 week and seeing results in 1 week, you know, you start giving up and go back to the old attitude or something. Don't do that. Remember, things take time. You're going to have to filter out artificial time versus real time. And that means we may need to engage with the natural world more than the technology world, even though it's always fun too. But sometimes people get lost in those timelines because everything could be so instant. Let's not go for instant right now. I think everybody's learning a lesson. When we go for instant, it's not always great. Most of the time it's not. Because it's just too much of it. Too much of the same thing, you know? And Spirit is creating and has created something unique. A complement to your soul signature. The pain had a purpose to show you your value, to show you that you're not meant to carry the weight of others. or to do as others think that you should do. Some of you Cancers, you've surpassed, family members here that, yeah, they may have a hard time with you surpassing, but just keep rising. You're doing them a favor. You're doing the ancestors a favor here. What else? Their downgrade is, oh my God, see, we talked about that. This is just confirmation that they have to sit with what they have chosen. They don't get to continue to go through life. I don't know how to say this. Like, they don't get to continue to go through life thinking they can behave the way that they've been behaving, in a sense, and think that they're going to get away with it. Because Spirit has a plan for their soul too. And if it means that this soul has to go through situations where they continue to downgrade until they learn, well, so be it. That's not your job. That is not your job. That's Spirit's job. That's their own soul's job too. Your job is to get aligned with what heaven is giving to you, because heaven already knows you've had enough. You definitely had enough. And what you're doing with this is making sure that we extinguish this, that we allow this to dissolve so that it doesn't bind your future. There is no binding your future. What else? The pain of change lives in our resistance to it. So this is just going back to something that we can't change. Spirit says it may, for some of you, it may feel like you're contradicting this by focusing on something totally different. But Spirit's trying to teach you something, that there's other ways and solutions can come when we take a step back. Because there's something else that's trying to grab your attention. There is definitely something else, a resource, a person, an idea that is trying to grab your attention. Because it wants to come first. It wants to be birthed first. This is part of this whole alignment, the access. Now, someone may also be resisting change because you've changed. And so, yes, there may be a sense where you have to remain detached in order to live your life fully in the way that you find harmonious and peaceful. Now, it doesn't mean that we go through life and we're always harmonious and peaceful. That just doesn't happen. But there's something you've already had enough of. There definitely is. And you already know. The heart is your compass. Trust it now. My goodness, keeper of the tides. Your heart is being crowned with peace. This, to me, is closely or is associated with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is your energy, whether you're male or female. It's trusting your heart. It's trusting what is living in it, what's emerging from it, not what you've been maybe holding back or suppressing. Now it's about letting it out and seeing how it might tie into some type of vision, map, a new passion. Because passion right now, creativity and passion is going to unlock things for you. It's going to be the key in the void, while you're in the void or the mystery. Our angels of healing are with you. A time, and this is Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, a time of healing is about to bless your life. See? This healing isn't going unnoticed. The pain did not go in vain. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. And part of the medicine right now is to fully notice our strengths and how strong you really are. How much courage it took not to get weighed down by old timelines, old conditions, old patterns. You already came into this lifetime, Cancer. The secret is you came into this lifetime already on the rise. You came into this timeline already knowing you were going to have to dissolve karmic contracts in order to get into this power where your tongue is now the script writer of your soul's journey from this point on, because Spirit trusts you. Spirit wants you to have fun, not living your life. Maybe for some, take it if it resonates, where you are waiting for Spirit to tell you what to do. You can, but Spirit wants you to also do what you want to do. It's, about co-creating, not pulling, not yanking. You have fun, Spirit has fun. Oh my God, yes, you are meant to shine. This is like definitely completion world card. Embracing that you have a place to be in a spotlight. These other energies, some of you dealt with someone too that has heavy ancestral karma. That's why they can't get out of it. That's why they keep choosing a downgrade. Somehow, some way, though, you're going to have to be strong and let Spirit work with them. Release their soul to Spirit. And step into the spotlight. You have a message that the world needs to hear at this time, okay? It's time to share your wisdom. Not be afraid of it. In fact, that's probably what it was. They're afraid of what you know. They're afraid of your wisdom. Ask your angels. Okay, so your angels are talking to you. Let's get more about this. Ask your angels, because we have that whole thing about meditations. Meditation brings answer. Ask your angels, what's this about for Cancer? Okay, ask your angels. We were talking about releasing them, or a person here, right? Some don't want the light. Don't drag them. Ask your angels to help you feel some type of peace with letting it go. Some of you might feel like it's your duty, it's your job to shed light or to enlighten them, but it's not. If it feels like you're dragging them along, that's that door that's closing on them. They missed the boat. You didn't. Thank God. Now, for some of you, you may need to ask your angels, what situation or what burdens, what person or people, what do I need to let go? What feels like it's dragging and feeling like an anchor in my own soul? Spirit will tell you. Spirit will help you relieve that. And really, the way to relieve it is just getting into this place of choosing your power and to choose to lead. By rising higher, you activated karma. Yeah, Justice. Oh boy. Yes, you did. See? You came to a place where you took notice of something that cannot continue. So, of course, you activated a karmic reaction. And what you did was a karmic chain reaction. You've broken more than one timeline, okay? And most likely more than one family timeline here. Because whatever happened here with someone, family, or maybe it was like a lover for some of you guys, like choosing a downgrade, you affected their family timeline too. And some of you, you had someone like a close family member that may have done something that just betrayed your trust. Let that reveal to you how greedy they are. That's the truth. They're greedy. They Spirit knows those kind of souls will only keep taking, and they'll take away from what Spirit wants you to focus on is being in this position of feeling powerful to give, not where you're feeling depleted to give. And to do something new here, because you will be connecting with others where you have some type of shared interest, value, hobbies. New joy awaits in shared spaces. Get ready. What else? Nope, that is actually it. All right, now before we end the reading, I wanted to find out what treasure, oh no, let me reword that. What guarded treasure is revealing for you, Cancer? What guarded treasure is revealing for you? Peace and rest and harmony here. Okay, that guarded treasure is being able to wield your own focus here in the way where you are co-creating with spirit a vacation, a time period to feel that you can give into, sanctuary, and you're still living a life of something abundant. So Spirit is giving you a lot of details in your life right now to cherish that's in harmony. Because while your soul is resting, you're allowing other and further treasures to reveal themselves. Now, before we end the reading, I do have a channel message from White Dragon for you, okay? Tender soul of the tides, I, White Dragon, enfold you in luminous wings. Let the waters cleanse what was held too long. You are not what you have suffered. You are what you choose to become. Allow your heart's wisdom to guide. Allow release to heal, and know your emotional strength is your sanctity. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care.